Hello everyone, Random595 here. Today I'm going to show you a strategy that has been designed to counter one of the most difficult vaults in Vault of Yendor. Let's go. I have used the debug mode and a seeded game so I can start directly on the floor that I want to start on. This floor comes in two variations, Ice and Fire. Both work the same. There are 4 groups of skeletons, 1 in each direction, 4 elementals, 1 on each corner, the stairs are at the top, and the switch is hidden behind one of these groups. If you try and engage one of these groups head on, you'll pull the group and 2 elementals. If you retreat back to the stairs, you will pull most of the rest of the floor, and that's not a good time. Another strategy is to approach the elemental diagonally and try and eliminate it without it shouting. It can work, it's not the most reliable, and if it doesn't, you've got 2 groups of skeletons and an elemental. What we're going to do instead is control the aggro of the enemies so that only 2 or 4 approach us at a time. This only requires 2 or 3 speed points, but I am going to give myself a bunch of stuff so that I can easily test this. Okay, good to go. The way the strategy works is you want to step forward to this tile here, and you saw how the front 3 enemies aggroed. The back 2, however, have yet to notice me. The way this game works is that enemies will shout to aggro other enemies nearby. There are a few conditions to this, but the one we're going to use here is the fact that if an enemy is not within 10.5 tiles of your character, they will not wake up. So in short, if I use 3 speed points back to here and step to this tile, only the front 2 enemies will approach. That item is pretty good. Now, if you only have 2 speed points, however, you can do the same, 2 speed points and step, but when they come in range and increase their shout range, they will pull those guys as well. So there are your 2 options. You can either pull 2 at a time or all 4. After you pull 2, you want to get to this cell here without that aggroing. So if it aggroes, step back out of sight and wait. You can use 1 speed point to actually guarantee this, and you pulled. Now do the same strategy and you can pull 1 or 2 of them depending on how far back you run. Make sure you do run back, otherwise they could pull an elemental. So we're going to do the same thing on this side and retreat back to here. There we go. Now all that's left is a leash. If you're going to struggle with 1 leash and a bunch of skeletons on the floor, you can stair dance these guys, which is when they're next to you on the stairs, bring them up on the floor and kill them there, so there's no body for the leash to revive. But by Vault of Yendor, you should have no difficulty handling 1 leash. Step in range of the turret. What you should do is actually step to this cell here so that it can't shoot you. I got lucky and it summoned a vortex. And then step back behind the stairs, again making sure you go far enough back so you don't pull the elemental. Then handle this however you will. Let's kill them here. Cool. Let's pull it on this side. I'll show you how it should be done. And it aggroes, step up so it can't shoot you, and then retreat back so you have just the leash. The top and bottom groups are skeleton archers. It works exactly the same way, just they're going to be ranged units. We'll step here, and I want to pull all 4 of them, so I only step on the stairs, and there we pull all 4. And one last time, if I want to pull only 2 of them, aggroed to the stairs and 1 extra cell, there you go. Okay, let's say that you've come in and you're going to kill this turret. This cell is the only one where they notice you, so as long as you fight down over here, generally you will not pull those 2 elementals. Then to pull just an elemental, I stand about here and then speed point down so you don't pull a few of those units. Even if you mess this up or don't have enough speed points, generally only pull about 1 skeleton, so you're fine. Then you can use this terrain, kind of dance around here and do what you want to kill the elemental. After you've done all that, I haven't pulled this yet. Okay, this cell. There we go. 1 archer. And that pulled the 2nd archer. Cool. And we'll grab the leash, step sideways. Rush this turret down, kill it over here so we don't pull the elementals. And there you go. That is how you can easily handle one of the most difficult floors of Vault of Yendor. Hopefully you find this useful, and see you next time.